So I am not setting New Year resolution this year, but I am setting standards. And for me, that changes everything. And honestly, that one decision has changed the way I am approaching 2026. You know, every year starts with good intentions. Each year, we think about what we want to achieve in the new year by writing out what we call resolutions. I'm sure we're all familiar with that word. And during this process, list gets written down, and the thought of achieving our goals feels exciting. Everything feels possible. Then life happens. For a lot of persons, in a couple of weeks, most resolutions quietly fades away. The issue isn't because one lacks discipline, but it's more about how commitments are being defined. And that's where the difference comes in. Resolutions are things you hope to do, and standards are things you refuse to break. A resolution says, I'll try. A standard says, this is who I am, and I am not going below this. Personally, once I understood that difference, my mindset completely shifted. For 2026, the standard should be clear. One standard I am sticking to in 2026 is personal growth. In 2026, growth is non-negotiable for me. Even when it's uncomfortable, even when it stretches me. And personally, if something changes me to become better, I am choosing it and not running from it. This includes career growth, financial growth, spiritual growth, health, and so many more. At the end of the day, the goal isn't perfection, but it's progress. The standard two that I am setting for myself this year is my time. Time is valuable. My time is no longer negotiable. And if it is going to drain me, then it doesn't get access to me at all. This year, be very protective of your time. Your time is valuable and you should treat it that way. At the end of the day, each second matters, and how it's spent shapes everything else. Standard three that I'm setting for myself this year is discipline. And this year, I'm not waiting to feel motivated, because motivation takes no one anywhere. Motivation comes and goes and comes and go. Yeah. But standard removes the need of waiting for a feeling, and showing up becomes default, even on the days that feel ordinary. So this year I'm showing up because that is the standard I have set for myself, and you should do the same. We are not waiting for motivation to show up. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be consistent. Fourth standard I am setting for myself this year is peace. Anything that cost me my peace mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, it costs too much for me. In this 2026, I am choosing calm over chaos. To be sincere, a lot of things cost me my peace last year and previous years. And I know this is closely linked to my overthinking habit, which I have worked on and still working on. But for this year, I'm going to protect that, and you should do the same, because at the end of the day, when you don't have peace of mind, you can't really achieve much, to be sincere. So your peace should be valuable and you should protect it with everything in you. Now, I have failed resolutions a lot of times, and I know I'm not the only one on this table. And it's not because I was lazy or incapable, but because I hadn't changed the way I saw myself. Once your identity shifts, the habit follows. 2026 doesn't have to start with pressure or long list of resolutions. Sometimes it starts with a quiet decision to live differently. And this year is about standards, not things to try, but ways of living that guide everyday choices, even on a hard day. Less striving and more intention, less noise and more clarity. And one thing you should know is that positioning yourself for 2026 is not about doing more, but it's about deciding what's no longer acceptable, choosing what really aligns with the life you want to live. 2026 isn't about becoming something new. It should be about raising the standard of who you already are. So if you're watching this, it's time for you to raise your standards as well. So I want you to take a moment to reflect. What's that one standard that you're setting for yourself in 2026? I want you to ask yourself that question sincerely. Trust me, that will put you in the right path of how to approach 2026. Your standard can be totally something different from mine. It doesn't have to be the same thing. So, my wish and prayer for you is that at the end of 2026, we'll be able to reflect back and see the huge change that has happened in our life, and we'll be grateful for every seconds we spent on trying to improve ourselves and trying to become a better version of ourselves. So, my name is Tonya Idamie, and if you're new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you in my next video. Bye for now.